He sits at a desk, an office that provides him a window to his world, where he calculates and keeps tabs on clients. It seems to make sense, but it's not what he thought his career would look like, growing up in Olivia on his way to playing small college football.
So I went to college to play sports and then discovered they make you go to classes to stay eligible for sports. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. And then when I was in school, I thought, well, I think I'd like to be a coach. And in those days, to be a coach, you had to also be a teacher. So I got an education degree and I taught for 1 year, and I said, that wasn't the right choice, I don't like this.
What he found that his real calling was something he did not even understand and didn't even think of as an option.
My preconceived notion was it was a salesman, and I didn't want to be a salesman. And I grew up poor, and I didn't have money, and I didn't know about money, and I thought, I don't know anything about that. They said, we'll teach you what you need to know. In fact, it's almost better to come in without preconceived notions. So I got into the industry and discovered that I loved it. And I think that the skill set to be an educator, to have good communication skills, and to be empathetic and to want to help people, all those things are true of financial services.
Thus began a career that changed his life and a break that changed his status in the financial world.
Because the life insurance has a protection component, like Peg said.
WCCO Radio recruited him to do a Sunday morning talk show, talking about investing and giving advice.
What's the best game plan to start investing? That's from Worthington. I'm looking at you, Peg.
Joined by co-host and wealth enhancement colleague Peg Webb, their country charm mixed with an ability to break down complex issue, they have thrived, creating credibility and a sense of trust you can't buy.
One of the things that Bruce told me was, do the right thing for the client and the money will come. And that's resonated with me. And I thought, the guy's full of it. And you find out after working with him that throughout his entire life, he's as genuine as he was the first day I met him.
It has complemented a career that has branded him into an author, writing books that take some of the intimidation out of investing.
I love to write books because, again, I think it's another way to reach out and help people. And I think anyone that reads any of my books will gain from the experience and will learn something that will help them in their life.
It has moved into the theatrics. Helmer was part of a group that purchased the legendary Chanhassen Dinner Theater, hoping to be a part of a solution that marries business sense to the arts.
When people think of the Chanhassen Dinner Theater, what do you want them to think?
Just the tradition. Michael Brindisi, who was the artistic director and is now one of the owners and one of our partners, we knew that he knew how to run it from a business standpoint. And then my partners in the investment group, they've brought that business expertise and that acumen into the cultural, theatrical side.
You can't stop the avalanche as it races down.
At the heart of everything he does is a philosophy, one that has become part of a golden rule.
I think if you're motivated for the right reasons, like the reason we got involved in this, I wasn't even thinking about making money. I was thinking about saving an institution that was important to me in the community that I lived in. Now that we wrote a check, we certainly would like to recapture our investment, but that wasn't my primary motivation. Building a financial advisory firm, I didn't think about making a lot of money. I truly want to help people.
He is a husband and father of two, and that is priority number one. It also keeps him in touch so that he can try to tackle goals like paying for college and the stress that it can create.
If someone had a new baby today and they looked at one of these tables or went online, which you can do, and you say, here's what college costs today and a 6% rate of inflation, here's what it will cost in 18 years, people kind of throw up their hands and say, what's the point? I'll never have that much money. And so I tell all parents, look, you do what you can, and that's all you can do.
That he can counsel when things are not good and remind you this is not a short-term sure thing.
With clients, I think the key is to remind them of their core values and what's really important to them and what's your time horizon. You know, if you've got long-term money, Mike, and the market goes down a couple hundred points in a day, but you're not planning to spend that money for 15 or 20 years or until you retire, what difference does it make? Who cares what the market does on a daily basis? The question is, will the market be higher 15 or 20 years from now when you intend to spend that money?
That's why life has turned out well. He loves what he does, and he will keep doing it. Just a small-town boy who found out he's pretty good when he gets to be around other people.
I love what I do. I can't imagine not doing this. Why would I stop doing it if I love it that much? And that's the way I feel now, but I reserve the right to change my mind when I get older.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.